Tie-dyed milk. These are the ingredients. Green food coloring, blue food coloring, pink food coloring, and orange food coloring. And most importantly, liquid dish soap. Don't forget our two comparisons, milk and drinking water. How to make tie-dye milk. First,
pour a layer of milk and drinking water in the dish, about half deep.
second, carefully put one small drop of each of the 4 food colors onto the surface of the milk. You probably first noticed that the drops of food coloring just sat on the surface. That is because the food coloring is less dense than the milk, so it floats on the surface. Whereas when we observe putting the food coloring in the water, it quickly goes down to the bottom and mixes with the water. That is because the food coloring is more dense than the water. Therefore, if you compare the density of the 3 liquids, you can see that milk is more dense than food coloring, while food coloring is more dense than water.
Very carefully drop 1 drop of dish soap onto the surface of the milk in the center of the dish. You may want to dip a toothpick in the dish soap so that a small drop of soap remains on the end of the toothpick. Then touch the drop to the surface of the milk.
Then the action begins with a drop of soap. The soap reduces the surface tension of the milk by dissolving the fat molecules, which is why if we use fattier milk, it works better. If the surface of the milk outside the soap drop has a higher surface tension, so it pulls the surface away from the spot. The food coloring moves with the surface streaming away from the soap drop due to the convection that results from the moving surface. The food coloring may be drowned down into the liquid only to appear rising again somewhere else. That's why it's best to use a clear bowl so you can see what is happening. You can also use other kinds of bowl like we did in this video, but the bowl has to be shallow or else the colors that we put in will reach the bottom of the bowl and the reaction won't work as effectively. As the soap becomes evenly mixed with the milk, the action slows down and eventually stops. Addition of another drop of soap may start the process again.